everybody. Welcome to our little twisted corner of the internet, where we do movie reviews. Yeah, I can't talk now. Where we do movie reviews, we eat food, we drink, and who knows what else. So stick around. You never know what's going to happen. It could be one big train wreck, and you're all along for the ride. And stay tuned afterwards for fat guys in kilts doing cartwheels. John, you ready?
Absolutely.
Yeah, it's not that kind of show. Sorry. We ain't doing that. All right. Okay. To my left is our resident paranormal expert, Randy, from Tappet Paranormal, Mr. EMF himself. And this big man here, this is Mr. Movie himself, John.
Big Bad John.
Big Bad John. And I am the man with the can. I am Dave. Separate, we're the guys standing in the movie aisle at Walmart way too long. But together, we are the dim-wit movie reviews and more. So stick around, this could be fun. Never know. Tonight we're going to be reviewing Texas Chainsaw Massacre 2. Now this is our first review, so please be kind. I know this is, I've already screwed up like 4 times. So
yeah, we're live.
And we are live. Hi guys. So yeah, this is our first time doing this. We're just trying it out, see how it's going to work. Let us know. But we're doing Texas Chainsaw Massacre 2. And why 2? Because Randy wanted to make his famous chili. And Randy, what's the secret with your chili?
Secret is don't skimp on the meat.
Don't skip on the meat. That's
especially
right.
Maynard sweet meat.
Yeah, and later we'll be recreating the campfire scene from Blazing Saddles. So you may want to stick around for that. And thank God it's not smell-o-vision. All right, so I guess we're on to the review. Oh, that's good. All right, let's see here, get over here. Okay, so what do you guys think was the best part of the movie of Texas Chainsaw Massacre 2 from 1986?
Mine, the best part?
What was your favorite part of the movie?
My favorite part was right there at the ending. When Stretch grabbed the chainsaw from Grandma and started going crazy.
Dancing around up there?
Dancing around on top.
Cool.
I agree, that was mine too.
Yeah.
She looked pretty hot up there dancing around.
Oh.
But then again, me and you like playing with chainsaws.
No, that's true. That had to be why she looked so hot.
My favorite part of the movie is when Stretch is down there with Leatherface, and he's already had his LG's face on him, and she can't get it off. She's jerking around like that, and finally, LG finally dies, and she's free. And she takes LG's face off and tries to put it back on his. It's like, oh, you're okay now. You're okay. You'll be okay. You're good. You're good. That was funny. Oh my goodness.
Just a flesh wound.
Yeah, just a flesh wound. Just but a scratch. But yeah, that was probably good. Now for you guys, I think we probably all agree what the worst part of the movie was. The part I could not stand. For me, it was the beginning, is the 2 morons in the car. The guy's driving down the road, firing a gun just like he's, I don't know, in the Wild West or something. For me, those 2, oh gosh, that was just
yeah, that
horrible.
was horrible.
Horrible.
They are definitely one of the kind of kills in a horror movie where you cheer when it's done.
Oh yeah, you can't wait for him to die. It's like, come on, somebody kill these people, please. Just so I don't have to listen to him anymore.
Right.
And that dude, he had them glasses on. I couldn't even look at that. Yeah. And I know you got an eye thing.
Yeah, it's horrible.
Yeah, you love eyes. Yeah. Anything mess with eyes, John loves. That's his favorite thing. No,
thanks.
It is.
Hey, John.
But, yeah.
We love you, John.
But, okay, yeah, so we got the words. What else there?
How about bloopers?
Was there any bloopers in it?
Well, yeah, you didn't catch it?
No. What'd you say?
The clock.
Oh, how the clock changes
When she
different times?
announces it's 1 a.m., then you look at it, it says 2 a.m., then 5 minutes later, it says 12:03.
Yeah, that's true. You did point that out. I need some more of this chili. It's a little chilly in here. So if you guys don't know, we're actually in my garage, and it's like 30 degrees outside. So we can't have the heater running because it's too loud. So it's like really cold in here right now. So yeah, I'm gonna eat some
That's what
chili.
the chili's for, to warm you up.
Yeah, that's good stuff.
Or John.
Just don't light a match.
Mm-mm. Well, there's no eggs in it, John, so you should be okay.
I'm good then.
So, who do you think was the best actor in the whole movie? Or actor, actress, whatever. Who was the best?
I can't really.
Don't think too hard. I can smell something burning.
I can say who the worst was.
Okay, who was the worst?
I didn't care for Dennis Hopper.
No,
You could tell he did not want to do it at all.
He definitely did not want to do that movie. For as good an actor as he is, he was just kind of like he was going through the motions.
Yeah, and 3/4 seemed to look like he was either intoxicated or high on something.
You say that like it's a bad thing.
Well, no, it's not a bad thing, but it's a good thing when you don't want to do something.
Liquid courage, you know?
Right.
What do you think, Joe?
I agree with the Dennis Hopper being the worst, but I know the character was kind of out there a little bit, but I think Chop Top was the best character in the movie, as far as.
And when I seen him, and I didn't realize it when I was watching the movie, I'm watching that when I first seen him in the radio station, when he's talking to Stretch. He's got the coat hanger, he's digging at his plate. I'm thinking, you know what? He's a lot like Otis from Devil's Rejects. And then I got to looking, and sure enough, same guy. So yeah, it's almost the same character, the way he talks and stuff like that. Like an evolution of that character, which was pretty good. For me, I'd say the best actor had to be the female actor playing Stretch. She did really good. I mean, she wouldn't shut up. She kept screaming and screaming. Oh my God. She had to be hoarse by the end of that movie.
Oh, yeah.
It was, I mean, she just, whew. But, I mean, she did a really good job. Yeah, she was real believable, I think.
I'll say it's tied between her and Grandpa.
Grandpa. Oh, you gotta love Grandpa.
That was a character.
137 years old. That's pretty old. He looked pretty good for 137.
Oh, yeah.
I don't even look that good, and I'm only 44. You know? Whew. I could swing a hammer a little bit better, but...
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Bless you.
Thank you.
What did you think of the special effects in the movie?
For the day, it wasn't bad.
There no CGI, so you know everything's got to be makeup and everything.
Right.
So yeah, I think the special effects for the time that they were doing it, I'd say that was
They were pretty
good.
Except for the one scene, and that's the two guys at the beginning when he got his head, top of his head cut off with the chainsaw.
Those are my two worst actors, by the way.
That was
Just
a horrible effect
Yeah.
there, because the blood's not going to squirt straight up when you get your head cut off. It's going to go everywhere.
How many people did you cut? How many people have you cut heads off?
5.
Oh, 5? Oh, okay, that's good. Well,
Where you getting meat from
just
Chili
move that
came from?
chainsaw away. But yeah, that's cool. So how would you rate the movie overall? From 1 to 10, 1 being the worst, 10 being the best. Best movie you ever seen, 1 being, Monster, the worst movie you ever seen. For me, that's the worst movie I've ever seen. Monster sucks. But, so how would you guys rate that movie?
Let me have a drink on that.
Hey, I'll drink with you. What do you think, John?
I'm good. I would say, maybe a 5.
Really?
Yeah.
That good?
Well, not for like your traditional, like, you know, 5 being like well written or anything like that. I think it's a 5 for me just because it's so far out there, you know, out of left field somewhere. But
It's really not that far out there, though.
No.
I mean, a big guy wielding a chainsaw running around, you know, so I guess that is kind of far out there.
No, not really. If you go over to John's house, he's doing that all the time.
Yeah, that's true too. And in a kilt.
Yeah.
So,
Right.
yeah, stand up, show him your kilt there, John. Just keep it down, that's all I ask.
come on, you know that.
Oh, no, come on. Nobody wants to see that. Let's small me up close. Come on now. Man. Shit ain't right. So I'd give it about, you know, I'd give it a 7.
Yeah.
It was better than, I think it was better than average because I watch a lot of bad movies.
Oh, yeah.
But I've seen a lot worse movies than that. And it's watchable. I mean, it's funny. It's more comic relief than anything. You can laugh at it, but yet
Right.
it's still a horror movie. It's part of a series. You know, I guess, would you call that a cult classic?
I don't necessarily think I'd go as far as calling it a cult classic, but it definitely, I think, has a following.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, how many movies they make off it?
There's 4 in the original series, and then there's like, you know, 5 or 6 at least in the remakes.
And that's why he's Mr. Movie. If you want to know about a movie, you ask John.
Yeah, how many movies you got right now, John?
2,734, I think.
Not counting the TV series.
No, there's a little over 100 of those.
This man has no free time.
No.
So would you rewatch this movie? Yes? No?
No, yeah. Definitely.
Yeah, just pop it in one night and,
No, yeah.
Yeah, that's good for
Might
a
as well.
rewatch.
Mhm.
Oh, I know. This makes the 3rd time I've watched it in, 2 weeks? So, yeah, I'll
Oh, you
watch
must
it
really
again.
like it.
Well, I wanted to make sure I got it down good, you know?
Yeah, and honestly, before we decided to do this for the review, it had been a few years since I'd watched it, but it was a good choice for your first review, I think.
Good choice, good chili.
Yep.
We're gonna try to do it, you know, kind of pair the food with the movie as much as we can. Not sure which one we're gonna do next or anything. So is there any other thoughts you guys got about this movie, or any other notes you wrote down? I gotta write everything down because I forget. I'm old, so. Or drunk, one of the two, I can't ever remember.
No, John's thinking over here.
Yeah, John's gotta read notes too, look at that.
Yeah. I'm absent-minded. I've hit my head into way too many things. Not on purpose, of course.
So how do you guys think the story, the actual story was written out? The actual story of the Texas Chainsaw Massacre 2. How do you think that was?
They could have done a better job.
You think they could have?
I think in that the writing was lacking something.
Yeah, they didn't really. I don't know.
They need more of a storyline in behind it to go with it,
Right.
other than just a chainsaw. I mean, pretty much
True.
had chainsaw and cutting the people up. I mean, it needed to add more to it.
It only had 4 kills in the whole movie.
Right.
If that.
Yeah, 3 for sure. The one you don't really know for sure.
Right.
Right.
And then there was 4 of the actual killers that actually died too. So supposedly everybody dies, but you know, we find out later. Obviously, spoiler, they don't. Obviously, otherwise they kill the franchise, and they make a lot of money off that franchise.
Yeah.
Some of the remakes are actually pretty good.
Yeah. I don't know. The remakes were okay, but I still prefer the original series.
Yeah. Like I said, like you said, I like the remakes. I mean, they're good, but the original I'm always for the original ones. I always like them better. Kind of like the origin of them and everything. So,
Oh, yeah, definitely.
but
You know, I did like R.A. Armory and the remakes. I thought he did a
that
really
was
good job.
probably one of the better remakes that they did.
Yeah.
You know, this is just us sitting around talking about a movie because, you know, that's what we do on a Saturday night anyway. We just figured we'd film it.
Oh, yeah.
And show you guys. So we're by no means experts on anything, and we'll be the first to admit it. It's just our opinion and, you know, how we feel about it. If you agree with us, great. If not, well, that's fine too. You're allowed to do that. So is there anything else you guys want to say about the movie, or you...
There were a couple of lines that I did like, even though I said the writing wasn't real good. And one of them was toward the beginning, there's a chili cook-off, and they're asking him what his secret is, like we did with Randy. And,
I made that.
and he
What
said...
are you laughing at? It ain't that bad. Come on.
It's the...
Really?
The prime meat, you can't skip out on prime meat. I thought that was really good. And a little bit later, that same character's talking to the Leatherface character, and he goes, well, you got yourself a girlfriend here, basically, is what he was saying. He goes, you know, are you going to choose her, or are you going to choose the Saul? But I can tell you one thing right now, she isn't in the Saul's family. So I thought that was pretty good.
Yeah, that was. Probably my favorite line in the movie had to be where he walks out with them chainsaws and he's whacking away at the big old hunk of wood there with a chainsaw, and the shop owner's standing back there. You can't tell if the guy is scared, excited, or just laughing at the guy. But then he says, "Oh my good banana." I have never heard that saying ever in my life. Oh my good banana. I had to rewind the movie like 3 times just to make sure I heard what I heard. It was funnier than anything. What about you?
My favorite line is when Dennis Hopper got the dad with the chainsaw. And he goes, "Well, save me a trip to the hospital."
Cured my hemorrhoids. Yeah, the old
There's a
Chuck
hunk
E.
of fat in that one.
What they call that guy that had the hand grenade that he pulled? Mr. Nubbins?
Yeah.
Yeah, he put Mr. Nubbins. That's a weird name to nickname somebody something. But one thing I did notice is when what's his name? The guy that got hit with the chainsaw in the butt cut his hemorrhoids up. But when he's driving the meat truck coming back from Dallas, and he kicks her sideways, and you can tell they shot that scene a couple times because there were still tire marks there.
Right.
But as the truck slides, if you look close, you can see a noose swinging back and forth, hanging off the side of the truck. I thought that was pretty cool. There's also another when they're getting into the chainsaw fight. Right before that, everybody's sitting down at the table, and the camera goes through. If you look off to the left, there's a skeleton sitting on top of a bomb. And I know that's a reference to another movie, and you all are going to kill me, but I can't think of the name of that movie. It's where the guy rides, the nuclear bomb all the way down. I can't think of the name of it.
Dr. Strangelove.
Dr. Strangelove.
Dr. Strangelove, that's it. And that was a reference to that. It's interesting to know that they would do that all the way back in the day, pay homage to different movies like that, and they still do that today.
Right.
It's more prevalent today, I guess people back then just didn't look for it as much, I guess, I don't know. But there's a couple things like that. Like I mentioned, The Devil's Rejects. And they pay homage to Texas Chainsaw Massacre in quite a few different ways. They cut the one dude's face off and put it on that girl, and she runs out and gets smacked by a semi.
Right.
Well, that's what they did in, the Texas Chainsaw Massacre. Just stuff like that. It's, if you look hard enough, you can see different correlations, and that's pretty cool.
I wonder if that was Bill Mosey's idea, the guy that played Chop Top and Otis.
Probably. I would think so.
Well, yeah, because they had the underground dwellings there too, in both.
Yep.
Oh, yeah, they did, didn't they?
Yeah.
Sorry, I got that. Yeah, I can get it in there. That's it. Sorry. Go on, don't wait on
Just
me.
make sure you don't scratch your,
Okay. We're good now. Oh, man, I feel better. All right, well, anything else y'all like to add, or before I do something else stupid?
Well, I can think of.
that's all I can think of too.
Okay. All right, well, I guess that's about it. Yeah.
We're going to try to get one of these reviews filmed every other weekend, because I have to work on the Saturdays, but
You gotta work. You go to work.
that's about it.
Oh, yeah.
But,
So do I.
Me too.
But anyways, so if you
My boss
guys
is watching. That's not
enjoy,
true.
you know, you're more than welcome to stop back in a couple weeks to watch and hang out with us.
And we're gonna try to edit all this down and make it a little bit better. So, and then we're gonna put it up on John's YouTube page, which is John Maynard. It's just a big J. When you pull up John Maynard, it's the one with the big J. You see John here getting hula belly dancing lessons on there. He's got a couple other videos on there. It's pretty funny. You might want to check that
Do you
out.
do that with the chainsaw too?
If I would've had one with me, I would've.
You got one right there. The belly
So-
dancing? Oh,
That'll be later on, just for you.
okay.
But we just like to thank you guys for watching, and don't forget to check out John's page and our next review. We haven't quite decided what movie we'd like to do next. If you guys can think of anything, let us know, and we'll see what we can come up with. Yeah, so hopefully it hadn't been too terrible, and thanks for watching. If my wife's still watching, don't hold dinner for me. Just make sure there's a fresh roll of toilet paper in the bathroom and the window's cracked, and I'll be right up. Thanks, guys. Have a good night.
Yep, everybody have a good night.